Hey guys, it's really early Wednesday morning here in the Philippines, so you know what time it is. It's time for us to do our chase car unboxing. Except this week we are doing an RLC unboxing. Cars that are probably just as rare, probably even more valuable than chase cars. So figured I would go ahead and unbox some of these type of vehicles while I'm waiting to get some more packaged chase vehicles. And then in the future we'll do some recaps on chase cars we've already unboxed, because I know I've got a lot of new subscribers that probably have not seen all of them yet. So we'll think about doing that in the future. So kind of got a new diorama layout for this video. Not new, but just kind of an older one brought back to kind of mix things up. And looks like Mr. Norm is getting a delivery of some Chargers and Challengers. And we brought out a couple of RLC cars we unboxed a month or so back to kind of give you guys a change of scenery. So the reason I put those two out here is to kind of help our theme with RLC unboxing. And actually it's not full RLC, it also has a convention piece. So we're going to be doing 3 RLC cars and 1 convention car. But this convention item has never been released anywhere else but through RLC for Redline Club car, Melling car, or convention car. And that is going to be your iconic Blown Delivery. This comes to us from the Collectors Nationals in Pittsburgh back in 2017. Pretty cool looking truck. Cool card. And then on the back of the card has your sticker of how many were made. This guy had a total of 2,800 made. This is 1149 of the 2,800. This is a very heavy casting. This actually had come off the card before I even opened it. So it was falling apart when I took it out of the Protecto pack. So this is kind of taped back on like the other ones are too, because I pre-opened them, as you guys know, before the video to make sure everything's going to come open okay and kind of save a little bit of time. But sometimes when I tape these, as you can see, it also costs a lot of time. But as you can see, it kind of just falls off the card with like hardly at all damaging the card. The glue is here and there, and it looks like that's it. It don't even look like the glue adhered on this side. So definitely reusable card, and all of these will probably go back on the wall, back in their packages. But I do want to open them and show them to everyone and take some pictures of them. So I'm going to swing our camera around here. You may lose Mr. Norm's, but you got to see it at first. So anyways, here is the Ironworks, HW Ironworks, which is cool because it kind of helps with the Pittsburgh theme of like the steel mill and things like that. And I believe that's what is on the logo here, is the steel mill. So very cool. And the paint job on this is really nice. It looks like the side of it's ripped open, and it has like another steel structure under it. It also has like the 17th annual Collector National symbol on the door. Pittsburgh, PA 2017. And it has these chrome wheels and chrome blower motor, but it has like a black tint to it. So pretty cool looking. Even the base has that black chrome look to it. That's one thing I always liked about the Blown Delivery, because it's very realistic. Like even the floorboard in the back part is wood, like it would have been on like a 1920 or 30s vehicle. A lot of the structure on those older cars were wooden, not steel. So very cool. Always loved this casting. I used to have all of them, but ended up selling them after I got out of the hobby the first time around. So I think this is my second one back in my collection. I have the Melin one that I showed you guys a few months back. And even the roof has this tear mural type of thing on it. Very cool. Love the oval shaped porthole like type windows on the back doors. And the license plate is vanity, says Pittsburgh, really cool. HW Ironworks once again. And the scoop has like a crinkled chrome finish to it. Or this is an error on my scoop, not sure. But either way, it looks kind of cool. So, this is our convention piece. And the other ones are all RLC releases. So we'll go with the oldest one first, and this comes to us from back in 2008. This is Real Riders Series 8, the 1980 El Camino. And as you guys may know, I have a thing for G bodies. That's why I have this guy. And then this is also individually numbered. This is 7,500 pieces made. This is 1,962 of 7,500. Gives you, collect them all, kind of the e-sheet on the El Camino on the back, and it says the most popular series of the 80s is back. And Spectra Flame paint, Real Rider tires, and so on. Always was cool. They have this window on the back of the card so you can see both sides. But that's still not enough for me. I want to see the whole car. Real Riders, the tires that look and feel like the real thing. And this card was really cool because this looks like the cards from back in the 80s. Or this is the... Actually, I have this car in my display case. I forget what they call it. Thunderstreak or something like that. But I have the Real Riders in that. I have it in this yellow too with the turbine looking wheels. So pretty cool. Just noticed that, and I actually have that car. And if I would have known that, I would have brought it back out and showed you guys. Maybe someday I'll bring it out and show you. So I've got the tape off, and as I said, I kind of try to open these so these packages can be reused so I can put them back in the Protecto pack because I'm running out of shelf space. That's why I started selling off a lot of my doubles lately. So here he is. Black chrome Spectra Flame, and that is really cool. It's like a mirror, actually. You can see everything. You can see the camera, the phone, everything in the door of this car. So very cool. Love the chrome 5-spokes, red line tires. They did the detailed headlights, turn signals on the front. Nice, as I said, black chrome, but it has ghosted in flat black flames. As you can see, if you turn it a certain way, you kind of lose the flames. Then you turn it back, you can see them, so they're ghosted into the paint, which is really cool. The charcoal gray rally stripes on that cowl induction hood looks really, really good. Detailed door handles, and then the stripe carries on onto the tailgate with a bow tie in it, which looks really cool. And then you have to hit it at the right angle, or the bow tie kind of fades back into these stripes. So really cool how they did this paint job. Detailed tail lights and marker lights, the exhaust tips, chrome base. Really cool car. This is only the second G body I know from RLC that they've released. I wish they would do the Monte Carlo SS. They've done the Grand National, the old style. They need to do some more variants of that new style. That's a beautiful casting. But this is very cool too. I have a few rare castings of this car that I will bring out one day and show you guys. It's a very cool casting, and I really do enjoy it. We unboxed the Super Treasure Hunt of this car a couple of weeks back during our Super Treasure Hunt unboxing on a Wednesday. So, really do enjoy this car. So, that's our second one. So, next on the agenda is from 2015. And this is a plastic tire model, like the Neo Classics wheels. But it was a 64 Goat, and I had to get it. I love the card art, too. Looks very good. And it's just a very beautiful car. The GTO emblem down here on both sides. 64 Pontiac Goat. And this here tells you about the 64 GTO. And then it also gives you like an e-sheet layout of the car. GTO 5. I'm not sure I even understand what that means. GT50. Yeah, that one's beyond me on the 5 part. Not sure what they mean by that. But anyways, here he is. There's only 3,000 of these made, and it is number 668. And it tells you about the 64 goat with a 389 cubic inch of poncho power and an optional 3 2-barrel carburetor setup, or tri-power as us gearheads call it. Ever since drag racers have modified it, rock and roll groups sing its praises, and teenage boys dream about owning one someday. Make the GTO part of your car collection. So very cool. Love these cars. And let's get him off the cart and take a better look at him. Yeah, this is like the last car that I remember my dad having before he passed away. Was a 64 GTO. So car holds a special place in my memories, so that's why you'll notice me unboxing 64s especially. So here he is, beautiful red Spectre Flame, or I would call red chrome, as you can see, like everything in this paint, very beautiful. Black vinyl top. This is a post car. The GOAT in 64 was offered in hardtop, post, and convertible. The post car is the rarest of all of them. And this is your neoclassic style red line wheels and tires. It does have an opening hood, but it's not opening all the way. Don't know why, but you could see the chrome tri-power engine in there. Wish it would open more, because it looks like they did a heck of a job detailing the engine too, but I don't want to start cracking the paint on the cowl, so I'm not going to force it open. Nice detailed grille and headlights, and GT50. GTO is basically all I know. The 5 I'm kind of lost on. If you guys can give me some insight on that, I'm not sure on what they mean by that. But yeah, it's kind of confusing to me, because this is a 64, and the 5, as far as I know, has no relation to this car whatsoever. So, anyways, very nice looking car. And as I say, I usually don't collect plastic wheel cars, but this is one that I had to get just because it's 64 GTO and looks really good. And actually, these old Neo style wheels look like the 60 style hubcaps they used to use. A 66 Chevelle's factory SS hubcap looked like this. So this would be very cool if they would release a 66 Chevelle with neoclassic wheels on it. It would be very fitting. So nice car. I have to say, I'm happy to have that plastic wheel one in my collection. So last but not least is one that a lot of you guys probably have, because they made a ton of these. Actually, they made so many of these that they did not even number them. There is no sticker on the back of the card with any number. So actually, they sold a bunch of these. So these are cool to have, beautifully done, and I've even mentioned in comments on posts on Facebook and Instagram how this car has much nicer details than most 55 Chevy Gassers that have been released. And let me point those out to you. We'll get it off the card. But this has a very beautiful card art on it. Love it. Kind of looks like the Candy Stripers card, or the purple Selections Nova from a couple years back with the cartoon Gasser. And then this just tells you about the people have spoken. This is your selections car for 2019, the 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser, and so on. So very cool car. Very happy to have this one, because as I said, I think it's one of the nicest ones done to date. And I don't know, I don't have any of the convention ones to do any kind of comparison, but on the other like premium series releases, I can do a little bit of comparison and picks on Google of the convention releases, and even the Candy Striper. I will have to say this is the best looking car so far, best looking Gasser so far with the details. And first off, I'll point out The front wheels and tires are much, much more accurate. The diameter seems to correspond with the rear wheel. Usually they have a bigger diameter front slot, which is a little narrower than these, which is a little more suited, but the diameter of the wheel looks too big. The only time this front wheel has ever been used on the Gasser was in the Super Treasure Hunt, but the Super Treasure Hunt had a smaller back tire, which didn't look so suitable for the car. So this is a perfect wheel and tire combo. And this rear slick, the tire represents the old 50 style slick. As you can see, the sidewall grooves at the very outside of the diameter of the tire. So very, very accurate with the old school, like Goodyear slicks. Another thing that is very accurate, if you could see in there and see the blue tint to the headers. If you know anything about hot rods, if you run chrome headers, the first time you fire that engine up, the headers are going to turn blue, bronze, brown, yellowish tint. The more you run them, the bluer it gets. So, and sometimes in certain light, it looks purple. They did a great job replicating the chrome, like bluish tint that it turns once heat hits it. So they did an outstanding job with that. Also, they kept the chrome engine with the detail like they do on a lot of the other premium, but the interior bucket is white, which is really cool. It's not chrome like it usually is on a lot of them because the engine's part of the interior bucket. This is a little different. If you flip it upside down too, the undercarriage detail is a little better too. Before, there was no trunk panel, basically. This was open back here. Now it's all concealed. So very, very nicely done. And then also they did kind of a cool tread pattern on these slicks. This is what we would call a cheater slick because it just has a couple of grooves on it to give it that DOT, Department of Transit, rule where you have to have some kind of tread on it to be street legal. So that's why they call it like a cheater slick. So they did a fabulous job on this car. All the chrome around the windows are detailed. The tail lights are detailed. It has a lot of these back sponsor stickers. And then it says Dirty on the plate, which is pretty cool. Love the name of the car too. Dirty Blonde with that gold yellowish color. Very nice. White top, which is a pearl color, which is very nice. Love this car, and I think it's one of the best releases so far. So who cares that they made a ton of them? That's even better yet because everybody can have one. And, you know, hopefully it doesn't go through the roof. I don't mind cars going through the roof, like in value somewhat, but sometimes they are a little bit overrated. The Candy Striper's cool, don't get me wrong, and I would really, really like to have one. But it is a little bit overpriced in my opinion. But it is a sweet car. The Gasser is an iconic casting. So, anyways, there you go, guys. This is our lineup for this week. These 4 added to these other 2, and that'll be our, well, so-called Chase unboxing, although it's RLC Convention unboxing. And this weekend, we're going to be doing a special video on base swapping M2 trucks. Somebody mentioned that they would like to see a video on that. So I'm going to bring out the black and white truck, and I'm going to bring out about 5, well, probably 4 of them. And then I'm going to show you different bases on this truck, and then I'm also going to show you how to take the base off, how easy it is to swap them. It's very simple, 2 screws and you swap it around. And then I'm also going to show you the Auto World truck that I will swap once again. I've showed you it in the past, but just to show you what it looks like with the green light wheels on it, bring back a couple other square bodies and kind of just focus mainly on base swapping the M2s, but we'll take a look at some of the other square bodies also. And guys, if you have not subscribed yet, please remember to do so. Appreciate all the support, and please give me a thumbs up, and please share the video. So enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you this weekend for our square body base swapping video. Thanks for watching, guys.